Hi, how you doing, sir? What's your name?
I'm Senator Clifford Graham.
And you're supporting?
I was the sponsor of the amendment for the streetlight surcharge.
Okay, and why is this an option? Why was this even a bill, and why are we having so much outcry about the situation with the streetlights?
And good question. A lot of people has an outcry on the streetlight surcharge because they don't understand the germane of where it came from and why it came. As the chair of the Finance Committee, I have the daunting task of balancing the budget of the government of the Virgin Islands. And when this administration sent the budget down to the legislature, in our means, it was not a balanced budget because he said the legislature must generate some $57 million in revenues to support the budget. Of course, we did our best to balance the budget, but at the end of the day, we were still short some $2.5 million to balance the budget. Some of the items...
So let me pause you. The budget is our obligation?
Yes, the operating budget of the government.
The operating budget of the government is the citizens and the consumers' obligation.
Correct. The money that's generated to run government come from taxes and other fees and services that the government provide.
Okay, and what exactly does the government provide? Because they said that the money goes towards the streets and the pavements of the roads, and I've seen more potholes in downtown and in this waterfront area than anything else. So where's the money going?
And that's exactly the point where government budget really need to be expanded. And if you could appreciate, a lot of the government money goes into the hospital to help uncompensated people. You know, at the hospital, we have two hospitals, one in St. Thomas, one in St. Croix. Can't turn people away, whether you have insurance or not. So for those that come into the hospital without insurance, somebody got to support that expense.
So pretty much what you're saying is no matter how much we complain or kick up or cry or get upset, we got to pay the bill regardless.
Well, right. Government
no
must
matter
continue.
What, we got to pay it.
Government must continue.
So just be quiet and don't revolt.
No.
Just pay the bill, even though the WAPA gets cut off every other day.
Well, let me explain.
And you're without lights and water for hours. People are living underneath poverty. Elderly are getting their power cut off and don't even have power, living without power. And the government's lights we still have to pay the government lights outside.
Well,
and our power is cut. Does it make sense to you, sir?
Let me explain to you how we got there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you still have a gap in your budget, you must fill that gap somehow. You can do an income tax surcharge where you assess another percentage on your taxes when you pay in April. You can, another recommendation that this administration made was to charge you a vehicle mileage tax. Every time you drive, you pay a mileage when you register your car. Other options that were out there. So when you look at all of the options that was on the table to help generate this $2.4 million or $2.2 million, the one that was easiest to swallow was the streetlight surcharge. And I'll tell you exactly why. The streetlight surcharge is estimated to be $5 a month for consumers, but it's coinciding with when WAPA propane generation goes in and your bill goes down by the saving of propane. The average bill is expected to go down $58. And when WAPA say the average consumer here in power pays like $160, $150, $160 a month. So imagine your bill goes from $160 down $58. But at the same time, it's a $5 bump up. You really don't feel it. As opposed to hitting you with an income tax surcharge or hitting you with a mileage tax if you go to BMV to register your car or some other way of hitting you. We can't increase gross receipt and all that because corporate is feeling it as well. So,
okay.
So when you look at it comprehensively, we look at an option that was the easiest on the consumers or the residents of this territory.
And so you're running again for office?
Yes.
2014?
Yes.
Okay, so are you going to be at this forum tomorrow at CHS?
No.
Well, where can people find you if they want to question you or leave you questions or
they can always,
show their concern?
They can always call my office, Senator Clifford Graham. Call the office in the legislature, 693-3513.
And are you in support of any movement for change in the Virgin Islands?
Of course. That's the only reason I ran for Senate. I'm not a politician. I don't even like politics.
Okay.
But I offer myself as an agent for change.
Okay. And can you just close out by saying, join the movement, pound, United We Stand VI?
Join the movement. Pound, United
We Stand
We Stand
VI. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.